Now, residents in Stanger in northern KwaZulu-Natal say they haven't had water for over 12 days. They say there's been no communication from the municipality as to why. Many say the situation is getting worse, but officials aren't forthcoming. Our reporter Lethiwe Mdluli is in the area getting us all the facts and talking to the relevant people there. Lethiwe, a little earlier on you spoke to residents who have told you how they've been affected by this 12-day or more of no water, but you also said that you try and find answers from the municipality. Have you managed to?
Well, Maseko, I'm going to be speaking to the municipal manager for iLembe district municipality just now. But, you know, we just celebrated Water Day yesterday, and a lot of residents are complaining about water in KwaZulu-Natal. You'd remember that service delivery issues have been ongoing for some time. And when I spoke to the residents a bit earlier on, they were complaining about the fact that there's been no proper communication as to when they'll have water again. Today is day 13 for them, and still they do not have water. But I want to bring in the municipal manager for iLembe and ask him what exactly is the problem. Mr. Mpele, thank you so much for joining us at eNCA. You know, we've been speaking to residents in Blythedale, and they were saying it's been 12 days, today is day 13, without water, and there's no communication from the municipality. What exactly is the problem?
Greetings, Lethiwe, and viewers at home. You do know, as we spoke, Lethiwe, the area of iLembe is supplied 70 to 80% of our water comes from Umgeni water. We extract it from Utugela, we extract it from Hazelmere in the main. So in the last 3 weeks, Umgeni has had a serious problem in their plant, which is extracting water from Utugela, and they had not completely solved the problem. The problem resulted in them switching water at least twice a day. So given the amount of water, because we're dealing with about 55 megawatts a day. So the 55 megawatts, if you close it and you switch it on and off, what it ends up doing, it destroys the infrastructure. Their own infrastructure is Umgeni and our own infrastructure. So what has happened is that areas like Danal, Zinkwazi and Blythedale, including what Duguza, the town, formerly called the Stanger, had that problem. But we've resolved the matter around those areas in KwaZulu. The only area that remained is Blythedale. They are right that some of them would be on day 12 now getting water in terms of our tanks. What we did with them, we realized that our pipe is too big. We couldn't fix at the same time immediately and give water back. So what we did, we recommissioned the old pipe, which was supplying water to Blythedale, which was about 150 millimeter in terms of diameter. Now the one we are repairing is more than double the size. So what we've done, we've created a parallel line which is supplying water. Obviously, because it's smaller, it means it's not coping with the demand. So you'll find more especially that people in Blythedale in high-lying areas have a problem because of gravity. The person at the bottom will get it first. So there are areas in Blythedale where they are still battling. We are anticipating that by Friday we'll be finished with the repair of this main pipe. We'll go back to the main line, which is fairly new, because this main line was commissioned around about 2018. Yeah. So by Friday night we'll be finished with the repairs, and we'll go back to the main pipe. So which will mean both lines will be working as another one as a backup.
So the Friday, which is tomorrow?
Yes, which is tomorrow, Friday night. Then we'll have the build-up in terms of water, in terms of the reservoirs. On Saturday, there'll be water in Blythedale.
Why have you not communicated this with your clients? Because they're saying that the communication hasn't been there.
It's not entirely true that it was not there. We've been communicating, but I understand from a resident side of it, they're getting in communication from Umgeni, they're getting it from us through the social media and so on. But what we've done, we've called meetings. We've had meetings with the residents where we explain the whole problem. But it's never enough. If you don't have water in the morning and at night you still don't have water, you wish a person would come back and explain why it has taken 12 hours. So it has not maybe been as frequent as a recipient would have wanted it to be, but we have been communicating our team and them. And I think today we also have another meeting in Blythedale with the residents.
And, you know, I just mentioned that yesterday we celebrated World Water Day, and majority of our residents are complaining that it's not just now that they are facing this problem, it's an ongoing issue where there's an issue with water and sanitation in KwaZulu-Natal, not just in Ilembe. Take us through how you're going to plan on fixing the infrastructure, because one of the concerns from the residents was that the infrastructure is old, which means that you have to look into that as well. Do you have money to do so?
Yes, on the specific one on Blythedale, it's not an issue because, as I said, this is a new line which was commissioned in 2018. It's just the problem that was unanticipated of pressure from the side of Umgeni from Uthugela scheme. But in terms of the program throughout the province, I do know that there is money that the government has set aside of refurbishing the whole old infrastructure. We're doing the same. Where we are now, which is at Indwedwe, we are commissioning another big pipe coming from Umshwati, which is the infrastructure. So the answer is yes. Number one, there are communities that still don't have water, as in they've never had it before. This is why we're here. We're commissioning the pipe, which is going to be supplying this whole area of Indwedwe, a big part of it. The second part is, in terms of areas like Stanger, where you have KwaDukuza, where you have old infrastructure, then there's a separate budget and a grant that is dedicated to that. We're refurbishing. That includes the wastewater treatment. It includes our own plants. In some instances, we are going to have a media day where we're going to invite you, where we are also expanding the capacity of reservoirs.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mpele.
Thank you.
Well, Masego, there you have it from the municipal manager of Ilembe District Municipality, just basically taking us through some of the plans that they have to fix the old infrastructure, because those are some of the concerns that residents raised. But he is promising that by tomorrow, the pipe that has problems will be fixed and residents can expect to have water in their taps by Saturday.
All right, Lethiwe Mdluli, live for us there in KZN. Let's leave it there for now.